Hey, what's up, boys and girls? We got a whole new episode here, Ask the Skinny Guy Savior. I'm Vince Del Monte. I'm taking your questions right off my Facebook fan page. I know these questions are really popular, not just to the people that ask them, but to a lot of people. So let's get some 60-second responses to 5 questions starting now. So the first question comes from Sebastian. Sebastian wants to know, this one might not seem as relevant, but how do you maintain your sex drive? How do you keep it strong while you train intensely 4 times a week? Any foods or tricks you might have? Because I imagine you've encountered this. Thanks for your kind help. Love from Venezuela. Okay, great question. I do have a lot of tricks for this. So what do we do to keep our sex drive high? So let's take a look at supplementation first off. First thing is we want to make sure that we are not deficient in any vitamins or minerals that are specifically responsible for improving the sex drive hormone, testosterone. So zinc. A lot of guys are deficient in zinc, especially if you sweat a lot, if you're in a warm climate. So you may need a supplement with that. Magnesium, also very, very critical to test levels. Vitamin D, another one. These are what I consider the big D, and most males are deficient in these 3 vitamins, minerals. And these are the 3 places you would definitely want to start with. Another thing is you want to look at your daily nutritional intake. Are you getting enough healthy fats? Healthy fats from omega fish oils. For me, I always get in a few servings each day of mixed nuts, avocado, different kind of oils like avocado oil, coconut oil, olive oil. And I ensure that I've got a nice balance of fats in my diet. And then lastly, I eat a variety of animal protein sources, which are big contributors to keeping your test levels up. So those are the things that help me despite how often I'm training. Next question goes to John Baker. John wants to know, hey, I'm a swimmer and a water polo player. What would be my best macro ratios for optimal performance? Note, 9 practices a week with a total of 20 hours a week. This is kind of similar to when I was a long distance runner in university. Our typical carb intake was anywhere from 60 to 80% a day. So 60 to 80% of your macros should come from carbohydrates, a variety of sources. To be honest, with the amount of calories you're burning, I mean, you just need calories, period. I eat everything from like Kraft dinner to pasta to bagels. I mean, pretty much everything a bodybuilder wouldn't eat. That's what we ate as endurance athletes. And I mean, we were skinny all year round. So I mean, I would out eat a bodybuilder at 130 pounds, yet I was lean all year round just because of the amount of volume, the amount of work you're doing. I mean, you're working out 20 hours a week. So do not be afraid of carbohydrates or you won't have the energy you need to train. The rest of your diet can come from, a bit of protein from a few of those meals and some fats, a bit of those meals. But the bulk of your diet is going to be a mixture of slow glycemic and high glycemic carbohydrates. Have fun. I miss those days. Okay, so the next question is from Sean Robinson. How low could I go with carbs as a percentage of my macros and still make gains with a strength program? Same question with hypertrophy program. So Sean, when it comes to a strength program, I would say I think you're gonna have a hard time having a good workout and seeing progress within your workouts and having motivation to want to go to the gym to do your strength workouts if your carbs start to drop less than 30%. And if you're even going to go close to that number, I highly recommend you taper it down to 30% and you don't jump from like say 60% to 30%. That's a way that is obviously going to have a horrible experience making a big jump like that. So taper them down. As far as hypertrophy, you definitely need more. You want to keep your glycogen store slightly more full. The workouts are going to be longer. There's going to be more energy depleted, more energy required, mechanically, because the sets are longer, rest periods are shorter. So I would say closer to 40% would be the area where you could still make gains. And when you start dropping them lower than that, you'll probably start noticing a drop in your performance. Last question for today comes from Tobias Franson. Tobias wants to know, hi Vince, I've been working out for 2.5 years and mainly have been eating the same 2 to 3 types of protein sources a day. I realize I need to rotate protein sources and wonder if it's okay to have a daily protein rotation template where I eat 4 to 5 different protein sources per day and then repeat it the next day. Also, what protein sources do you recommend? So Tobias, this is a great thing to strive for. I highly recommend you continue to do this. 4 to 5 foods a day is a great progression from 2 to 3, and then following the same ones each day is great. But remember, just always look for variety. I always look for variety. Whenever I'm in a new place, if I'm in a new restaurant, I always look for a meat source I haven't tried before. So, when it comes to fish, when I travel, I try different kinds of fish. So, there's so many different kinds: sea bass, snapper, there's perch, there's tilapia, there's tons of different white fish you can try, shrimp, scallops. So try something you haven't had before. If you can, rotate your meat sources around. I rotate mine between buffalo, venison, elk, sirloin. There's tons of different kinds of meat you can also eat. If you want to order stuff online, you can start finding crazy stuff like alligator and kangaroo. There's deer. There's all sorts of great meat sources out there. And I strive for everybody to try not to eat the same protein source more than once a day. You'll notice a dramatic improvement in your health and your performance almost immediately. I'm gonna knock off 2 more quick questions because that'll wrap up the questions on general nutrition. This one's from Abidan. He wants to know, hey Vince, I work out in the morning. What should my first meal of the day look like? I'm having a pre-workout C4 extreme drink half an hour before my workout, but is that enough? My other options could be to have some vegetables, juice, or granola bar. I don't want to overfill myself just before workout. Let me know what you recommend. Meat and nuts breakfast. I'll put an article link for you below, but the breakfast that I recommend for everyone, whether you're trying to bulk or cut, is the meat and nuts breakfast. The meat and nuts breakfast is a combination of the meat of your choice and the nuts of your choice. And the reason I recommend this is because it sets your body up, it sets up optimal neurotransmitter production for the rest of your day. These meats help increase the neurotransmitter dopamine, which is the neurotransmitter that helps support drive, mental focus, just kind of like the intensity to want to go out and do everything at a high level for the day. So this is our drive hormone. This is what gets you up. As opposed to having a high carbohydrate breakfast, the foods that you ate are going to set up the neurotransmitters like serotonin, which are going to knock you out. You're going to want to sleep in about an hour. You're going to be falling asleep on the lat pull-down machine if you have a high carbohydrate breakfast before you eat. So check out the link below. Meat and nuts breakfast is the way to go. It'll literally change the way you feel forever. Next, last question here is from Garrett. Garrett wants to know, have you ever heard of anyone developing an eating disorder from intermittent fasting or any other type of extreme dieting? I've dropped over 25 pounds of fat with intermittent fasting and I have to force myself to eat now. I literally never have an appetite. So Garrett, yeah, I have heard of this. And this is what happens when you go to extremes. Our bodies aren't really designed to go to extremes. Now, I'm not saying that it's not encouraged, because sometimes we need to go to an extreme to get an extreme result. What you're gonna need to do to start gaining your appetite back is to I would start off with a low carbohydrate diet. Start off with like protein sources that digest fairly quickly. Like I wouldn't eat a lot of meats. I would focus on white fish, things that will go through you quickly. In terms of carbs, like fruits, vegetables. In terms of the carb sources, again, because your body will digest them quicker and you'll start to stimulate your appetite more. And then what I'd probably start doing is start introducing some complex carbohydrates probably every second or third day after your workout, and just look at this as a gradual process. Something's obviously happened. You went to an extreme, your body didn't like it, your appetite's been shut down, so you're gonna have to kind of gradually ramp it up again. So that's what I would do, and just give it some time for your body to start adapting again. So thank you so much for watching. That's 7 questions. If you found that helpful, be sure to add this video to your favorites so your friends can watch this. Remember, this isn't just about me helping you achieve your goals, but this is, you know, you've obviously found my channel for a reason and you're getting this information. You know, pay it forward. Who do you know in your own life that could benefit from this information? Who do you know that's struggling? Who do you know that could use a little extra help or who's asked this question before? So, you know, be sure to put this on your favorites. Be sure to share this and send this to your friends if you found this helpful and you think this will be valuable for people that you know, so that we can continue to help as many people as possible. And you guys know the goal, 1 million people by the year 2020. I can't do it without you. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys soon.